Welcome to the Nonprofit Founders Club, where founders who have said, I have my 501c3, now what? Begins building the nonprofit they envisioned and helping the people they are called to serve, all without being the sole funder. Welcome to the Nonprofit Founders Club. We are in the series about social media. It's in the infrastructure pillar of the Build a Successful Nonprofit framework, if you are following along. I talked about the framework in previous episodes, and I'll link to them in the show notes. Today, we are diving into the mistakes people make with their Facebook business page. Your organization has set up a Facebook page and assigned the admins, and people are going to flock to your page, right? A few months down the road, you realize no one has posted, so you quickly throw something up. The likes, comments, and shares flood in, right? Or maybe there have been posts on and off of directors' birthdays, ugly sweater contests, or cute memes. They ranked in the likes, right? If you answered with a humph to any of these questions, you are not alone. So what can we do to help with Facebook business page? First thing, stop treating your nonprofit's page like your personal profile. See this happen so much. Stop doing it. The problem is so many nonprofits treat business Facebook pages like they do their own personal profiles. Many people do not understand that personal Facebook profiles and business Facebook pages are different in how you approach them. A personal profile page is made to share and react to content. They are meant to consume information and move on. Posting a status update or sharing a post isn't meant to reach anyone but your family and friends. The purpose is simply for entertainment, to share information, and to keep up with family and friends. So let's talk about some tips for your business page. Successful business pages, in contrast, have a strategy and align with very specific business goals. To keep from being disappointed with your nonprofit business page, here are some tips. Ask some questions about what you want to get out of your page. What is the purpose of your page? What organizational goals do you want your Facebook page to align with or help with? Use the social media planner to get clear on your goals for your page. I'll put the template into the show notes, and I'll tell you the episode where we walked through that social media planner. A business Facebook page is only worth doing if it helps meet your organizational goals. Otherwise, why are you using precious time and energy on it? I know it's not because there isn't enough nonprofit work to do. One of our goals in the Nonprofit Founders Club is purpose. I say all the time, if it doesn't have a purpose, it's called busy work. So determine how you will measure your progress. When do you know you've reached your goal? Knowing which metrics to use in Facebook Insights helps you quickly see where you are. Having goals lets you know how close you are to reaching them. So let's talk about what each metric helps you measure. Engagement. It is the number of times someone took action on your post. In my opinion, it is the most important metric. It tells you what is really working and what isn't. It is also the main metric the algorithm uses to decide if the post is getting pushed out to anyone else. Now, engagement includes likes, comments, and shares. Next, we have reach. Reach is the number of people who saw any content from your page or about your page. Organic reach is reach that you didn't pay for. Reach is also measured in non-fans and fans. Non-fans shows you how many people in the lookalike audience saw your post. These are people who aren't fans, now it's called followers, of your page. In case you are wondering about lookalike audiences, Facebook will use the characteristics of the people who have liked and engaged with your page to build an audience of the same people. The algorithm then pushes posts with high engagement to others who match your audience. Reach would equal awareness. So this can be an important metric. Impressions are the number of times any content from your page or about your page entered a person's screen. Now, the person may or may not have stopped their scroll for your content. Page visits. They are the number of times a page's profile has been viewed by people, including people who are logged into Facebook and those who aren't. So, if your page came up in a Google search and someone went to it, this is the metric that tells you that. Likes. Most social media experts agree that likes is more of a vanity metric than a useful one. And when I say likes, we aren't talking about likes on a post. We're talking about your page being liked. So most people agree that this is a vanity metric. It simply says how many people have hit the thumbs up button on your page. It does not indicate if they are actually connected to your cause. Next, your content is important. It's your content that moves your people along the donor journey. It needs to have cohesive messaging and be something your audience is interested in. We talked about this donor journey in the last episode. So remember, the more the content aligns with your audience's interests, the more people see your post organically, like free. Take some time to plan out your content categories. And again, we talked about this last episode. There's a whole episode in this series that was dedicated to the donor journey on social media. So I'm not going to go into a whole lot of detail here. I'll link to that episode in the show notes. But to refresh your memory, the donor journey consists of 4 categories: attract, connect, transform, and retain. And I affectionately nicknamed it ACTR, ACT-R. And here is a summary of the categories. So you have A for attract. This stage is where you will begin finding and attracting those who are most likely to give to your cause, also called the ideal donor. It's important to know and understand who these people are. You can't attract who you don't know. And attracting starts with subcategories of awareness and authority. Next, we have connect. Donors donate to organizations that align with their values and beliefs. This is proven over and over. Connect is where you post content that lets your ideal donor know you understand them and the two of you are working for the same purpose. You let them know you understand them and their values. You are pointing out the things you have in common. Next, we have transform. Transform focuses on moving the followers to a deeper connection with you. You are converting or transforming them into volunteers, donors, and advocates for your cause. Last, we have retain. Retain posts keep donors informed, give them recognition, and help keep them donating. Okay, number 4. Get on the same page with a strategy. Do you have an editorial calendar or some other shared space between the admins so you know what is being posted and when? Now, some of you may be the only admin, and this may not be a problem. But if you have maybe a board member and you and someone else posting, it can get a little sticky. So, are the posts assigned to any specific person? What are you posting? Having a plan is always good, and having everyone working toward the same goal is even better. Editorial calendars are simply calendars. You put what you are posting on what day and what time. Yes, time is important in Facebook too. Last, be consistent. Do you have consistent content? Consistency is so important on Facebook. You can increase likes and reach quickly just by having a consistent time and day you post something. Being consistent with your messaging is also important. And let me tell you, being consistent doesn't mean you have to post 3 or 4 or 5 or 6 times every single day. It can simply be once every 3 days. It can be just 3 days and you only post one time. It doesn't have to be complicated. So last, let's be aware that success can derail you. I've seen it time and time again with the nonprofits I work with. I come in, have some success with the page, and someone on the admin team decides to post Wild Wild West style. Don't you just love it? They don't consult the editorial calendar to see if there is another post scheduled. They don't think about the business goals they are trying to attain, and they don't think about their content. The effects can range from annoying to disastrous. One Wild Wild West post can set you back in countless fans. Fans can unlike your page or even worse, hide your posts or report them. And when they hide your posts or report them, that negatively affects your reach for Facebook. So set procedures in place and make sure your admins follow them. Then you won't be derailed. All right, the main takeaway I want you to have is that you have to be intentional, focused, and consistent with your nonprofit's page. It's not a personal profile, and it can't be treated that way. All right. I'll see you next time when we talk about what to do when you're new and how do you establish that social media presence when you don't have anybody on your social media page. All right, that's all I've got. Get to work. You've got lots to do. That's it for the Nonprofit Founders Club podcast. Hit subscribe so you won't miss the next episode. In the meantime, keep building your nonprofit so you can help those you are called to serve.